Scheduled for 10 rounds. Dick Flaherty's the
We had the
referee.
instructions in the dressing room. It's going to be 10 rounds. Let's have a good, clean, pro fight, okay? Touch them up, guys. Come out boxing at the belt.
So Jermaine Taylor looking to take the next step on his road to the middleweight crown. Teddy, so much of Jermaine Taylor's future is linked to the current middleweight champion of the world, Bernard Hopkins. Do you think it adds almost too much pressure for a prospect like Taylor to constantly be focusing on the career course of a future Hall of Famer like Bernard Hopkins?
I don't think he should be, and I don't think he is. I think he's smarter than that. I think he's just taking it one step at a time. He knows his people are not going to rush him. I think that would be a rush right now. I think he's not going to get the test tonight. At least I don't believe so. Of course, I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times. But I think that he needs to get a test before he goes in there with Hopkins or anybody for the middleweight title. The top guy, the toughest guy you could pick right now is Hopkins. But that's a lot of experience, a lot of seasoning, a lot of smarts in front of him. I think Taylor is going to have to be tested a little bit in deeper waters. So when he gets in that kind of fight, he won't feel funny. And there's no test tonight, like I said. No test tonight. He's going to have to get into deeper waters some other time. It is over. Setting up for the jab, and then bang.
Unbelievable. Jermaine Taylor, among his previous 13 knockouts, only one was in the first round. And I'll tell you, Alex Rios does not look good right now, Teddy. We're going to monitor this situation.
Rios was just standing in front. We talked about how he stands right in front of you. He's not mobile. He doesn't have a lot of options. Stands right in front. And Taylor came out painting with that jab. Just painting. Just kind of using like Igor Johansson used it against Floyd Patterson the first time years ago for the heavyweight title, where he was using it to hypnotize him, make him feel comfortable, set him up a little bit, and then all of a sudden, bang, drop something. And Rios, being a guy that stands right in front of you, well, unfortunately for him, he was right there when that something got dropped.
Now keep your head down.
Get a look there at the eyes of Alex Rios, and now they're moving him from underneath the neutral corner there. There's a really good sign as he is able to get to a seated position. They'll try next to get him on that stool, and having worked many fights here at Mohegan Sun, the Michael Schwartz and Joe Carpentieri and Kevin McGuire, fine ringside physicians, and they were in there right away to address the concerns with Alex Rios. But just a very impressive opening round and opening minute of this fight, landing 10 of 12 total punches, 7 of 7 on power shots, and Jermaine Taylor closing out the show tonight.
You know, one thing you got to worry about is when a guy's been inactive. He's been off a year and a half, Rios. We didn't even get a chance to talk about it. Let's look at the rerun again. The jab, right hand on top of the head. Not a big punch. Now look, a lot of people are going to start asking questions, and you know what? Go ahead, ask the questions right now. We're going to look at it again. The jab, and then a round right hand. Not a straight round, but a round right hand. Didn't catch him clean, caught him on top of the head. Now, I'm not going to tell you that guys can't get hurt getting hit on the top of the head. And he felt like a guy hurt. And he got hit on top of the head. But not the kind of consequential punch you expect to be seeing with that kind of result. That punch was a round punch, and it scored on top of the head, and you hear some of the people that are watching the replay, just like our great audience at home, and they're booing a little bit. But again, I have seen guys get hit on the top of the head, glancing punch, and they've gone down. So the only guy who knows is Rios. The punch landed, but not the kind of punch smack that you would expect to see with that kind of result. And again, let's not forget, Rios was off a year and a half since the last time he was in the ring. Always a tough situation.
Big layoff for Alex Rios, and he was laying down here in the first round. Took that big right hand to the top of the head, instantly fell backwards, and it was all over. Jermaine Taylor moves to 19-0, 14 knockouts. We will hear from him in just a bit. Now let's head to Brian.